know I see you. It's a disguise, the way you treat me. Keep holding on to your thoughts of rejection. If you're with me, you're secure. You keep telling me that your time is always taken.
Okay, let's roll.
Welcome to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell. Come to you live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Here are my co-host, Mr. Jason Allen. We're being brought to you by the Playbook. Follow us on Twitter at Playbook Athlete. The music that you're hearing in the song that's being played is in memory of our good friend, Mr. Fred Ferguson Jr., who passed away this past, I guess it was technically Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday.
From complications that he had because of a stroke on last Monday, a week ago today. We can't begin to tell you in words what, Fred meant to us. One of the dearest friends I've ever had. And I really don't think I've even come to grips with it yet because like I said, I can't imagine him not, being on the other end of the phone when I call. But it's been a tough week for the old boy. I'll tell you that. I've been struggling to deal with this all week. So it is what it is. We're gonna keep Freddie lifted up. I know that he's here now. I know he's looking down and kind of smiling at us and whatnot. And I can't wait till the day I get to see him again. So
no, absolutely. I think yesterday I did the kickback with Keisha, because I know you weren't really, up to it. It's just been a busy, like I said on the kickback. I know the family had relied on you a lot to get a lot of stuff done, and I just want to thank you. I felt partially bad that I couldn't have been as involved with all the proceedings and everything between, the work, the kids, and etc. So I know they thank you, but I really want to thank you personally, just friend to friend. Like, I think you did an amazing job looking out for Fred's family. I think you did an amazing job with the eulogy. I wish somebody would have recorded it, because I think that is something that like everybody would have enjoyed. And then I also feel like with everything going on and it happened so quickly, it was a really good service. And I just think hopefully he's up there smiling and excited that we were able to pull that, that you were able to pull that off and get that rolling. So I don't know if anybody thanks you personally, but I want to thank you for, all you did to help out in that situation.
Well, I appreciate it, Jay. I mean, it was, it's like I told the family, there were no thanks necessary, because I just know Fred. If it had been Fred doing it for us.
Absolutely.
And it was good for me keeping busy, because it kind of took my mind off of things and whatnot. So, but I appreciate you, Miss Peavy, and I appreciate all the Facebook family for all their thoughts and prayers that they gave in when I posted it on Facebook. And it was tough posting that, by the way. But anyway, like I said, we appreciate all you guys and all of your support that you've shown, and so we appreciate that as well.
Also, shout out to everybody that donated to the GoFundMe. I definitely want to give a special shout out to Bradley Roby. I know he probably doesn't want that to be spoken about or talked about, but he did donate a very generous offer to Fred and the family to help with everything like that. I know we talk a lot about, as we're probably going to get into, how messy athletes are on a day-to-day basis.
Sure.
But I think that is something that we should commend and at least shout out when it happens.
Yeah, and he did. Great, and guys, it was like, I called Brandon and said, hey, I need you. And, it was just like that he, he went on ahead and kicked in and paid the money. So, paid what I asked him to pay. So it was good. It was really, really good. So like I said, and thank you to Bradley, like Jason said, a lot of times we get on these pro athletes every time they mess up.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes we don't give them enough credit when they do something like he did. So definitely want to thank him for that. And really appreciated that.
So, yeah. So pretty much all the songs that we're going to be playing throughout the break and all that are going to be some songs that were near and dear to us because they were near and dear to Fred. So if you feel like it's a slow song mix up here and you're like, man, what are they doing? They're not bringing that funk like they used to. That's why. So just a little heads up. So, but I think that's awesome. So I guess we can
let's
jump right into your favorite topic, which is everybody's favorite topic, is the NBA.
Yeah,
NBA All-Star.
Yeah, y'all know I don't fool with the NBA.
NBA All-Star weekend was in Chicago this week, and first I guess we could take how we thought of the All-Star weekend, and then we'll talk about the games.
Okay.
But I first want to just give out some of the winners. LeBron James' team won the All-Star game. Kawhi Leonard was the MVP. The All-Star weekend, also the U.S. beat the world in the Rising Stars competition. The skills competition, Bam Obadiah for the Miami Heat won. Adebayo, excuse me. There you go. Thank you. 3-point competition was Buddy Hield for Sacramento Kings. The dunk competition, which we're going to talk a lot about too, it was Derrick Jones Jr. For the Miami Heat.
Not really.
And so that were the winners and all that. If I missed it, so I didn't do the celebrity game.
Yeah.
I know Michael Wilbon's team beat Stephen A's team, and I think Stephen A even got a tech. He must have used too big of words. So let's talk about the All-Star weekend as a whole. What did you think, Coach?
I'll be honest with you, and I'm not an All-Star weekend guy.
Mm-hmm.
To me, every All-Star game sucks.
Right.
So then basketball. Basketball to me has always been like, and I used to tell my guys, tease my guys, like, I see more defense in the NBA basketball game, NBA All-Star game, because they don't play defense. It's just fast break points, running up and down the floor, and every time a guy goes up to dunk, everybody just gets out of his way.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you, this game kind of brought me back to the NBA a little bit.
Okay.
Because I think that the weekend itself, I like the Kobe tributes.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jennifer Hudson. Really enjoyed her song. Shaka Khan, worst rendition ever of the national anthem. She should have been arrested after that. That was the worst national anthem I've ever heard.
She can sing.
Terrible.
She can sing.
Only one I heard worse maybe was when Carl Lewis tried to sing the national anthem.
All right, are we all ready? Here we go. Oh, say, can you see? And the Rockets, red flag. Uh-oh. I'll make up for it now. For the land of the free.
Oh no, it was a way once worse. Hell, what was the
that was
the
bad.
year with Fergie? Fergie was god awful.
Yeah, Fergie was bad.
I think.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wave at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag
it's probably Carl Lewis, Fergie. I'm not saying Shaka was that bad because she actually could sing.
Yeah, but she was bad.
I just think
that was bad.
The rendition she did was kind of poor.
It was bad. But after that, when you look at everything before the game, I thought everything was good except the slam dunk contest. And to me, they just need to stop doing slam dunk contests if it's going to be like this.
But it's always been like that. And we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So what would you give a grade for the All-Star weekend?
I give it a B. I give it a strong B.
I'm with you on that one. I'm going to give it an A. I was thinking about A minus when we give it an A. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to give it an A because I think...
Because you're a basketball fan.
Well, not saying I'm a basketball fan. I think this All-Star game, except for the dunk competition, that's why I want to give it an A+. It did all the things that an All-Star game is supposed to do. We got in the Rising Star competition, especially the end of the game. They had all the rookies and Zion trying to do a 360 mil dunk, like stuff that people wanted to see. I mean, let's remember the All-Star game is for the fans. I think we always forget that when we get into it. It's for the fans and wanted to see the talent. But we also want to see them compete, and I think they did compete this year. I think the three-point competition highlighted a lot of young guys that people are going to talk about and keep an eye on, especially with that little team they're trying to build in Sacramento. Like I said, the Ghost competition, again, is a new name, a new face. People keep eye. Like the All-Star game is supposed to kind of get your stars in the front, but introduce new stars into the round. And I think it's been a lot of years since we've had that because a lot of years – nobody cares who's in any of these events. Yeah, I think this one has some name recognition. Most people remember Buddy Hyde from college more than his NBA career, but I think that's what kind of helped there. And then the All-Star game itself, and I admit, when I watched the first half, I'm like you. I'm cursing up a storm, and I'm like, I don't mind if they shoot open jumpers. Like, just don't let everybody just dunk. Like, don't just let everybody just get to the hoop and dunk. And I think the first quarter started off that a little bit, and then by the second quarter, it was like Giannis's team was like, oh, hold on. Yeah, we about to get right out the gym. Yeah. And they kind of flipped it. And then, I mean, let's be real. That fourth quarter is some of the best All-Star game basketball I think we've seen in probably a very, very long time. I agree. A very long time. So I'm going to give it an A. And then I guess we can jump right into. Yeah, it ain't no A, though. This will be. But go ahead. I would jump. I mean, that's your opinion. Yeah. For me, it was an A because I got the right opinion, though. But go ahead. Yeah, sure. Okay. We're going to jump right into Kawhi Leonard winning the MVP. Do you think he deserved it? And what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, he deserved it to me as much as anybody. I mean, I give it to him. I think he did. Now, Max Kellerman was talking about he's the best player in basketball, and
he don't play no damn games.
I don't believe that. But for that moment, for that game, it probably could have gone to a couple different people. So, but him being one of them, so I don't have a problem with him winning the MVP.
I think some people's issue is I guess he dropped 25 of his 30 in the first half. Yeah. So that means he scored 5 points for the rest of the game. Yeah. Is what a lot of people were trying to bring up. A lot of names they threw out there were, naturally LeBron. Because I think Bron had like 6 assists and 7
but I'm not going to condemn a man for playing the whole game either. I mean, he dropped 25 in the first half. Well, LeBron, a lot of people said they really didn't even start really playing until the fourth quarter. And like the fourth quarter was as competitive as a real NBA.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why people's argument is that when they got competitive, Kawhi was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, well, that's because he was tired because he was playing while everybody else was running around there looking like the Harlem Globetrotters. And throwing a long pass and snowbirding on the other end.
Which is, I guess, never happened in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't do that when Jordan was there.
Shit, that's a lie.
For the record.
That's a lie. I'm going to make sure in the recap of this, I'm going to put clips of 80s All-Star games with cherry picking and wide open dunks.
Julius Erving. Dominic Wilkins.
Joel and Jordan makes the block. To Wilkins, open court.
John Stockton. Enorme.
Thomas said, I got to do something with the ball.
He thought he'd be able to lay it back to the trailer, but they played him for it.
And taken away by Andrew Toney. Up ahead of the field, Bird to...
Anyway, that's what an All-Star game has been in the past.
Once again, so no, I will say, yeah. I mean, I think it would have been fitting. I think the storyline is fitting for Kawhi winning it because everybody knows how close he was to Kobe, and them renaming the award to the Kobe Bryant MV most valuable player.
That was nice. Yeah, that was a good time.
But as a homer, I do wish it was going to be LeBron. But do you think this is the changing of the guard too now? Like Kawhi's been winning the championships. He's getting MVPs. Like, I mean, are we officially now going to start realizing that maybe this is Kawhi's league, and maybe for a short moment?
It won't be Kawhi's league just because Kawhi he doesn't have the personality. He doesn't have the charisma.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's LeBron's league, and it's really going to be LeBron's league. I tell you who got the charisma is like a John Morant. When you're talking about like a young player who's coming out and whatnot and new and I mean, can jump out of gym and all those kind of things. But I don't think it'll ever be Kawhi's league because I don't think Kawhi would be comfortable with it being his league.
Well, I think if it is going to be Kawhi's league, I think it's going to be a very short gap because, I mean, the Greek freak Giannis is coming.
But that's my point.
It's going to be a real short moment.
He's another one that it could definitely be his league. So, you know, I don't think it'll ever really officially be Kawhi's league, even though he might be the best player out there. He might, but as far as being the face of the NBA, I can't see that. You listen straight from the hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boo Mitchell, coming to you live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Once again, we are mourning the loss of our dear friend, Mr. Fred Ferguson, and the music that you'll be hearing all night or some of his favorite songs that we used to play in Sweetwater Bar and Grill, in Waffle House, every jukebox in America that we could find. We stuffing it with quarters so we can play this music that we're playing here. And Fred, if anybody knows Fred, he loved to sing. And Big Freddie will jump up in a minute and sing this one here, Good Enough from Bobby Brown. And like I was telling people all week long, if you close your eyes, you would think Bobby Brown was in the building. Because Fred could sing. I mean, Big Fred could sing. So anyway, like I said, this is one of his ones that he liked to sing. And we're going to miss Big Fred. But anyway, we're being brought to you by the Playbook. Follow us on Twitter at Playbook Athlete. And come on,
make sure you follow us on Instagram. SFTH20 on Instagram. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got some content on there.
It's free.
Also, I just did a kickback with my homegirl Keisha. And that is up on all of your podcast streaming services, Spotify, Apple, Google, Anchor. So please check that out as well. We talk about just general. It's not even a sports podcast. It's like a little bit of sports, but a little bit about everything. We just sit back and talk.
You know, a lot of people are giving the commissioner props, but I heard Chris Paul kind of say today, well, just remember, I'm the one that gave the idea.
The Elam rule where just the people that know, the All-Star game was every quarter, the first, second, and third quarter, they reset the score to 0, but kept an overall tally. And whatever team won the quarter would get a point, but also money towards their charity. At the fourth quarter, whatever team that was ahead in the tally, let's say if it was 130 to 128, the team that had 130, they would set the points 24 points up. And I think that was in commemoration of Kobe. And the first team to score 24 points would win the whole thing. So I think LeBron's team was down by 9 going into the fourth. And then they ended up winning the game by scoring, basically getting to, I think it was 157 before Giannis's team did. Yep. So it's called the Elam rule or something. I guess some guy named something Elam made up this to say that this would make basketball more competitive and less messy. Okay. Because you're not playing against the clock. So nobody could just hold the ball. Now you're playing you have to play ball. You have to score. You have to make plays to win the game. So
did you tell me that's why they started the shot clock? So you can just hold the ball.
Well, but still, you still dropping 24 seconds. But now the shot clock is now playing against you now. Because if I get a shot clock violation, let's say I had the lead to get a shot clock violation, I still took 24 seconds off the clock.
I agree.
Now I didn't take any time off the clock because there's no clock. I just lost the possession. The dunk competition. So let's talk about it.
It was terrible. I mean, it's been terrible. It's been terrible for a long time.
The dunk competition was terrible, or how the rulings that would end it was terrible?
Don't get me wrong. There were some good dunks. I haven't liked it in a while when you get to have multiple attempts at a dunk. Ever since they started doing that.
Well, this is the same rule you had back in the 80s. Is you get 2 attempts.
No, you miss one. I thought that you had a timer.
No.
Okay, well, last time I saw it, they had a timer because I know some of them jokers were doing a dunk 3 and 4 and 5 times and still missing it all the way up until the time ended.
And maybe I'm correct. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but last night I think it was if you connected the ball, it got to the rim and hit it and missed it. I think it was 2 or 3 attempts for you to do it.
Because I didn't see the actual dunk contest. I saw the highlights of it.
Right.
But they said it should be known that dunk that he did, that everybody freaked out about, they said it should be known now that it took him like 2 or 3 times to get it. Okay. Where he did the little windmill where he went around and then dunked it in. And don't get me wrong.
Well, no, he
should have won. He should have won. He should have won.
He missed the dunk when he got it. The first time he did, like the ball was misthrown. But the second time when he got the ball, he missed it, and then the third time he didn't put it in.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that was my point about having 3 chances. And
Coach, it used to always be like this. It used to just be 2. So you just eliminating 1 different chance here, right?
Yeah,
I mean, Michael Jordan's first dunk.
I think if he would have missed on his 3rd time, he still would have had a chance to do it.
No,
I think it's on a timer.
But no, I thought it was good. I mean, I thought it was probably one of the better ones. I think it has been a very long time when we've had it where there were 2 or 3 really good dunkers, and you had to cut one person out, and then you went to 2, and then those 2 actually kind of lived up to the competition hype. Like,
well, first of all, what was Dwight Howard doing anyway?
He showed that how much the dunk contest was involved.
He shouldn't have had his ass in it anyway. I mean, whoever put Dwight Howard in the dunk contest, that's the jackass of the week. We're going to go ahead and cut to the chase. That's the jackass of the week whoever put Dwight Howard and dressed him up in that dumbass Superman outfit. Dude, that was the worst. Who did that? Does anybody know who did that? That was terrible.
It's sad because now Aaron Gordon's going down as probably the best dunker to never win.
Yeah, and he said he's not doing it again. He said he's done.
Yeah, I mean, well, you keep getting robbed. You might
he said he's done. And I don't blame him. But here's my thing too. I don't like it with just 4 guys. I want to see a little more flavor than that. Give me 6. Start me off with 6, and then do some elimination like that. Give me a little bit more than just 4 guys. I want to see no 4.
I mean, I kind of almost feel like you are seriously nitpicking a good event. Like, wait, I need more people. And then what if it was more terrible dunks?
I just need more people.
You got the cream of the crop there. You got the people who wanted to be there.
I don't think that if I'm sitting down at a buffet, if I say I would like to see some chicken fingers out here, is that wrong?
That's a different argument.
Is that wrong?
No, your argument is
I just want to see more.
Your argument is I want more food on the buffet. Yes.
I want more options.
So what if the more options are terrible?
But it's the option.
But what if the options are terrible?
If it's me asking for it, they're not going to be terrible.
No, because you would have walked in the show and been
if I had said, I want to see Vince Carter out there.
Right.
I mean, if you're going to put an old dude out there, put the oldest dude, number 1, and also put somebody who at least has thrilled the crowd before with a dunk. Since when has Dwight Howard ever thrilled somebody with a dunk?
He won the dunk competition.
Yeah, but I mean, he shouldn't have. Just like this boy shouldn't have won last night. That's exactly what we're talking about. The NBA has a history of crowning the wrong person in the dunk competition.
Yes, like Michael Jordan when he won against Dominique.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, everybody knows that was that. Yeah. They literally made reference to the fact that this was a rob job similar to the Jordan rob job when Jordan robbed Dominique. So.
In Chicago.
Yes.
In Chicago. But again, like I said,
that means it's going on for forever.
I know. I agree. I'm with you totally. That's why I don't like basketball. That's the exact thing you're talking about.
This is why we don't have basketball discussions. It's hard to have one with a guy that's like, I don't like basketball. So everything that happens, I'm a hate.
I was hating on the whole flow of it. Like I didn't like. First of all,
hold on, mind you guys, he didn't watch it. Let's remember this. He said I watched it on highlights later.
I watched the replay.
So he didn't really watch it.
And I watched it on Sports Center. That's just like watching. That's just like watching it. But here's my thing. Who is the dumbass that can't add to get 47? That's what I want to know.
No, they said D Wade threw it.
He threw it on purpose?
Because the guy was
I never heard that. Yeah, I never heard that.
That's what Common tweeted. He said the goal was that we're going to make it even across the board and make it a tie. And he goes, and somebody voted less.
Okay, I didn't know that.
D Wade, yes, because he wanted the Miami guy to win.
Okay, thank you. Because they were saying that, I thought Common had said that somebody made a mistake.
Yeah.
With the score. Okay, I didn't know
that's why they put the oogly eye emoji. To be like, someone made a mistake.
I didn't hear that report. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
they're saying D-Wade threw it and threw a
Wow.
9 down when it should have been a 10.
Well, that's terrible. That's terrible by D-Wade.
Hey, in defense of the NBA, the fact that we even are talking about it on the show, because if he just would have won, we'd have just said, oh, what a great dunk. He dunked a lot. He was good. That was great. Next topic. So maybe the NBA won.
I guess. I mean, if that's what you have to do to win, I mean, you sound like you the Astros or something. The NBA must have the Astros executives in there. All right, folks, you're listening Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald B. Mitchell, coming to you live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Here with my co-host, Mr. Jason Allen. We didn't fire Travis. I know that's what y'all are thinking. Travis is on vacation somewhere. He's on a boat somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what he is?
Yeah, he's on a cruise.
Yeah, I hope he don't bring back that Corona thing back with him, wherever he's going. But if you see the picture, he has some pictures on Facebook.
Oh, no. I don't watch Facebook. And I ain't watching no damn Travis.
Yeah, y'all need. Well, I didn't mean to watch him. He just popped up in my feed. And there he was, kind of like Felicia does sometimes. It's just too much. You know what I'm saying? When you I mean, sometimes you just ate and then all of a sudden somebody changes their profile picture. You're like, ugh.
Well, Fee said like the time you traumatized Facebook with them workout photos.
Wow. I know you ain't talking about.
She's so cold-blooded.
I know you ain't talking about traumatizing nothing.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah, whatever. Come on.
All right, we're going to talk about the XFL, and I want to talk about the fact that I think the NFL got it right. And when I say got it right is when I watch the XFL, it takes me back to an era of 80s football, and I'm like, man, this quarterback play is atrocious, let alone like all the provisions that we got from the NFL to protect players that people hate. It's actually made it a more fluid game. Yes, a softer game, but a more fluid game. But man, when I was watching XFL, I said, okay, I think the NFL might have got this right.
Oh, all right. Give me an example.
Oh, I'm just saying the fact that you can't touch the quarterback, so they feel more comfortable in there. So now we're seeing better quarterback play. The receivers can't be jammed up, so they're seeing them get open and be able to make plays with the ball after the catch. It is just a more exciting brand of football. Mm-hmm. It's not traditional, but it's a more exciting brand. I think if you guys watch the XFL, really truly watch it, because I know people, nostalgia is a hard beast, and I'm about to fight again, and I feel like I'm always fighting on this show. The XFL looks like early 90s, late 80s football.
I said this 2 weeks ago, when the XFL first started.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it again. The XFL is glorified arena football. That's what it is. I mean, the bottom line is, guys, I hope if nothing else you get out of XFL, get an appreciation for how good NFL players really are.
Absolutely.
Because when you see some of these jokes like Cardell Jones and, like you said, Cardell Jones looks like he's a player out of 1950 something. I mean, don't anybody even think for a minute that Cardell Jones could play in the NFL. I mean, because he can't. And all those people you see out there, Aaron Murray and everybody, this is going to be a stepping stone for these guys to get back. Ain't nobody in there, not nobody is going to play in the NFL. If you think that anybody you see out there in the XFL is going to get on the NFL roster, it ain't going to happen. I'm telling you right now. I mean, those guys are down there playing for a reason. And it is what it is. It's like arena football. A lot of guys play for the love of the game. Mm-hmm. Guys been playing since they were 6 years old. They're 42 now. They still playing on the arena team somewhere. Hey, I coached it for a year. I coached arena. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, we had guys like that, and that's what it is. But those guys are, don't get me wrong, they are filling a need because they are people like Maurice and Felicia Goodson are watching that. And they are the people who are, their son went to Iowa, so that they don't really care much about football anyway. So, if you're going to go and that's what you want to do on your Saturdays and Sunday, knock yourself out. That's what I say.
I think they missed a golden opportunity to bring people to the sport. I think the report came out from, Oliver Luck that Kaepernick's cap asked for an exuberant amount of money. Of course. Some rumors are saying it was about $20 million a year to play. And basically Oliver's Luck comment was that, hey, if we pay him this, it's a great potential we're going to bankrupt the league. Yeah. One, I'm thinking if you ain't got $20 million laying around, your league probably damn near going to be bankrupt anyway. Yeah. Two, I don't think if you make that investment, you got to make that investment thinking that you're going to be selling out jerseys, selling out stadiums. For people who love or hate them, people will want to go see the boom and people are going to go see them want to cheer for them. We know the Kaepernick brand of the Nike is still sold out.
Yeah.
They can't even keep that stuff on the shelves. So part of me is like, you might have put up, so let's say you gave him a 2-year deal. You gave him $40 million. You made half of it guaranteed. So he walks out with 20 in his hand. I'm almost confident you're going to make about 50 to 60 million that first year.
Maybe so.
And you've not even mentioned
merchandise
the viewership.
And everything. Yeah, you could have
the viewership, and then if the numbers are good, you can renegotiate next year for a better TV deal and et cetera. I think it was a huge missed opportunity.
They definitely don't right, and everybody knows that. I mean, here's the thing: who shut down that other league? Shut down
the USFL, the
AFL, AAF.
Yeah.
Alliance of American Football, AAF, shut down. How many people have heard any drawback or anything about that? Anybody?
No.
Has anybody been embarrassed by that? Or
no.
They say, hey, we shutting down tomorrow. See y'all.
Come to work, chains on the doors.
I mean, so nobody cares, basically, about any other league other than the NFL. You know, the AFL shut down. The Arena Football League shut down. The big arena.
Right.
They shut down. Anybody hear any withdrawal about that? Or anybody embarrassed?
No.
Because nobody cares. I mean, nobody cares. And nobody cares about this either. Well, you got the NFL Combine get ready to hit. And then right after that, you got free agency right after that. And that'll be a big conversation because Tom Brady might move and Phillip Rivers going somewhere and Drew Brees. So that'll be enough talk. There's always football talk.
Yeah.
Always in this country. And if somebody say that baseball is America's pastime, I'll slap you in the mouth. Because since when? Especially with this little cheating scandal we're going to talk about.
Well, let's go ahead and jump right into that. Since, you said that High Five ain't got no hits.
Come on.
So,
You listen to Straight from the Hip. I'm your host, Coach Gerald Boone Mitchell. Come to you live from Sugar Hill, Georgia. Like I said, the music you're hearing is being dedicated to our late, great friend, Mr. Fred Ferguson Jr., who tragically passed away this past Thursday night. And we had his funeral on Saturday. And it's just like I said, just still doesn't seem real to me.
Not at all.
I know I got some healing that I need to do. And it's tough. It's very tough. My world is a lot darker since last Thursday. I can tell you that because I miss him dearly, and I think back of all the good times and whatnot we had. If you knew this man, he was the funniest dude out there because Fred was a big man. In his big days, Fred weighed upwards of about 350, 360, somewhere around there. Fred would dance and sing at the drop of a hat. And I mean, Man in the Mirror was his karaoke song. And when he sang Man in the Mirror, if you close your eyes, you would swear Michael Jackson was in the room.
Yeah.
Because his voice was unbelievable. And he loved to hit those high notes.
Oh, yeah.
Loved hitting the high notes. And I would tease him all the time. I say, Fred, when you're as big as you are, you're not supposed to be hitting them high notes like that. You're going to scare people.
So let's go on and jump into the MLB cheating scandal, but less about the cheating scandal itself. I want to talk about the player hating going on with the players, like Turner and Mike Trout coming out and saying how I guess the players and the Astros aren't receiving any discipline or any disciplinary action.
Yeah, everybody talking about
and
that.
out here hating hate the game, don't hate the player. Like, I just ain't like it. I thought that was real dirty.
Here's the deal. Baseball has always been this little ugly, nasty fraternity. Everybody knows that. Like, when I was at Vanderbilt, we used to have this thing called steroid parties. Call them steroid parties.
Okay.
Which means, all the football players going to get together and have drinks and have people over and this and that and the other. And everybody would come from all walks of life. And you'd have girls basketball, boys basketball, of course the football team, soccer, girls, everybody except the baseball player. Baseball player wouldn't come because they felt like, they need to do their own thing. So I asked my ex-wife, married at the time, I asked her father, who's a former Major League Baseball player. I said, Mac, why is it that baseball players act like they do? He said, because we're in a secret fraternity. I said, what fraternity is that?
All they ask is trust.
He said, God only made so many people who can hit a ball being pitched at 100 miles an hour, a round ball with a round bat. God only made so many people that can do that.
That's a good point.
And we're in a class of our own. And first of all, I want to call him an arrogant bastard, but but he said that's just how baseball players are. The game of baseball, there are more unwritten rules in the game of baseball than there are written rules.
Probably so.
You know, it's like you can't run around the bases too fast after you hit a home run.
Mm-hmm.
You can't run around the bases too slow when you hit a home run. I mean, it's just that kind of stuff. It's just a bunch of unwritten rules that, you know. So obviously when it comes down to cheating and breaking the rules, oh boy, all them prima donnas, 100 red round ball, round bat hitting, all that, they all got something to say. You know, and I mean, at the end of the day, I kind of agree with them. You know, as far as I do feel like the players should have got something.
Oh, I agree with that, but I'm not gonna go out in the media and say that. Like, I'm hating on them. Like,
well, they should stand behind the shield.
Yeah, just
they should get behind the shield. Yeah, they should get behind the shield of Major League Baseball.
We work hard to get this championship, and you know stop all that noise.
I mean, the public's gonna crucify them enough. Y'all just need to shut up and just you know, like you said, try to support your fellow whatever. Because I mean, it's jacked up what they did, and I'm very surprised that they're not having to at least give the rings back.
Right.
I mean, how you gonna wear a ring when you've been busted and admitted that you cheated?
Hey, look here, I'm wear that ring. I'm a wear it more now.
Yeah.
Put it all up in their face.
Yeah. No, I
wave that thing all up in their face. Yeah. I may wear it while I'm at back.
Yeah. And you'll be catching that 100 mile an hour fastball right outside that helmet that don't fit quite right on your head because your head's a little bit too big for that helmet. People like me gonna be sitting back saying, see, you should just went on here and took them rings, took that trophy, did enough to satisfy the players that they were punished so you wouldn't have what you have right now.
But don't you open up Pandora's box? Oh, I'm gonna do enough to satisfy the players. Like, now what if they're not satisfied with all the things that you just said?
No.
Should they be banned for life now to satisfy?
But again, there's only so much that you can do. I mean, to punish them. And I think that it just needs to be something reasonable. I think at the point it is right now, it's not reasonable because they still got that trophy sitting up in there like they won something, and they still got those rings on like they won something. I think at a minimum, what should happen is you should at least take that back to nullify them winning that championship.
I know a lot of people are going to agree with this, but the reason why the players are not getting punished is because they made they made an agreement that they will give up certain things for immunity.
Yeah.
They cannot make that offer unless somebody accepts that offer, which was the league.
Yep.
So for me, as the players, they come out and they whine and complain about, oh, well, this and this and that. You have a players' union, and I'm not sure, but I would assume that if it was something that was going to happen to the players, let's say if they didn't take the immunity, something's going to happen to the players' union would have had to defend them, if I'm correct. That's typically how it goes in the sport.
They would.
So would you have then took away their ability to be defended by the players' union because you didn't agree? And I'm not saying for you, but just in general.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's why I say, well, just be quiet and then shut up, Mike Trout. Like, they made an agreement. The players got off scot-free from it and kept moving. Hell, I'm actually surprised for the first time in sports history, typically, something bad happened and the players weren't punished for it. I mean, because every time everything else happens, the players that are from the USC with Reggie Bush and them, the players got it. The Fab Four, the players got it. Like, all these coaches and administrators walked away clean.
Here's the problem.
I'm like,
Here's the problem. When somebody doesn't get punished appropriately, then you have vigilante justice coming in. That's what we got, these 100 mile an hour fastballs.
I watch a Marvel movie every week that's vigilante
there
justice.
You go. Exactly.
So I'm for it.
Aim for your rib cage. That's how the Punisher got. You know, I mean, that's how all these people. What's the lady's name? Peppermint. That lady got. Remember the movie not too long ago?
Oh yeah. What that terrible Jennifer Garner
movie?
Yeah, that movie was god.
That's what I'm saying. You have vigilante justice now that tries to come in to serve because it feels like justice is not being served.
Talk about, did we really on this prestigious show note Peppermint?
Yeah, we did.
As a quote to give out an example of something?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure we keep the score.
It was a bad movie. It was vigilante.
You're right.
Bottom line is, and you know what? And that was a good one too because the people were cheering for her.
You could have used the Punisher,
People should
Dirty
not
Harry.
Yeah, but you already talked about it. Dirty Harry ain't vigilante. That's just an evil cop. That's just reality. Dirty Harry is reality in these days.
You're right. You're right. I will admit I don't watch enough baseball, so I mean it wouldn't affect me either way.
I watch no baseball, but I see it on ESPN. Thank God for ESPN. And I do watch the highlights. And I read the bottom line. I'm a bottom line guy.
All right, let's get into the fun now. We're going to really stay in the messy zone.
Come on.
And if people do not know,
this ain't nothing but some mess. These next 3 topics ain't nothing but some mess. I can tell you right now.
If people did not know, Snoop officially apologized to Gayle King.
Gayle King, I publicly tore you down by coming at you in a derogatory manner based off of emotions, me being angry at questions that you asked. Overreacted. I should have handled it way different than that. I was raised way better than that. So I would like to apologize to you publicly for the language that I used and calling you out of your name and just being disrespectful.
Well, he should have.
He should have. Give him a clap.
I ain't gonna give him a clap. But this is my thing. Is if you saw the clips that I saw about what he said about her,
right?
He couldn't apologize to me. If he had said whatever he said about me, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, dude. You can't call me all day as you call me. And now I'm coming to apologize and think that everything's cool. I mean, I'm like, I've already hired people to try to do like put spells on you for some of the stuff you said.
So we can give fair reporting. The reason why he apologizes because I guess Snoop's mother called him and said, basically what we said on the kickback was you shouldn't probably talk to women, let alone anyone like that.
Yeah.
And so his mother called and told him that exact same words.
Because I'm telling you, some of the stuff he was saying was so crass.
So I just want to make sure we updated that because I know everybody was on the edge of their seat trying to figure out how this thing was going to end. Yeah. Another guy, the honorary 2019 Jackass of the Week ended up turning into the Jackass of the Year award. Yeah. We're going to talk about Antonio Brown making his press run about his new rap single. If you haven't heard it, I got it on Kickback episode 2 with me and my homegirl Keisha called A Whole Lot of Money. Yeah. And I just wanted to hear your thoughts on, 1, his press run, but 2, do you think he'll ever play football again? First
of all, there is no press run because the song was made by, I think it was written by a 3rd grader. It is probably the worst song ever.
Man, you got to be wanting to go find it and play it for everybody.
If you can find it, find it. Because it's ridiculously bad. And there's something wrong with Antonio Brown. I mean, if you haven't figured it out yet, it's funny because more people are concerned about him. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not like worried about his career or anything like that. They're like, this dude, there's something wrong with him.
Okay, I felt it. I felt it for everybody.
Go ahead and play a little. Give him a little taste.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to get his taste.
Yeah, give him a little taste.
It's like a shot.
We only got 7 minutes.
It's like a shot of medicine.
All right,
guys.
Okay. Shut that down.
Hold on, we gotta give him one verse. We gotta give him one verse. All right, let's get one verse. I got the video for him too. You got a whole lot of money, coach.
Apparently, you making some mess like this, you do. You need to do something with it.
I know who the young boy watch, yeah, they envy me. Yeah, they watching on my clock, yeah, they talking me.
Okay, I'm done. I can't do it. I made it a little longer than you, but I can't. But yeah, he got a whole lot of money, y'all.
Guys, I mean, it's so bad. I mean, to me, it's sad because I'm thinking about Antonio Brown, the best receiver in the game, which I've dubbed him that many times on this show. Mm-hmm. And now to see what his career is dwindling to, it's just sad to me.
People say that's all he says, a whole lot of money.
I know, it's like I said, it was like written by a 3rd grader. It's like he went to go pick up his daughter and she said, Dad, we got a whole lot of money. He said, you know what? I'm gonna make a song about that. I mean, it's terrible.
To test this theory, I am going, my daughter's in the 3rd grade. My oldest daughter's in the 3rd grade. I'm going to have her make a song about having a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
and see what she comes up with. So next week, stay tuned.
It'd be better than that.
We are going to have my third grade daughter write me a rap about a whole lot of money. I just found out the other day she'd be rapping on the bus.
Mr. Peavy said he set us back some years.
Oh,
I agree. Ain't no doubt, Peavy.
He did that before the song.
No, yeah, way before the song.
Yelling at the cop while his kids get in the back seat.
Yeah.
Set us back all the way to the Reconstruction.
Dude, if you haven't seen that clip, go look at that clip Antonio Brown had on his front lawn.
Yeah.
Where he's kicking his baby's mom out of the house, accusing her of stealing from him.
Right. But he got a whole lot of money, though.
And yelling at the police.
Fucking people can't do nothing. You fucking white fishbowl, get the fuck out of here, you bitch. Come on, Polo. The fuck out of here. Fucking police can't have nothing. You a fucking bitch ass law. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking pussies. Fucking bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my property, you pussies. Fuck out of here. I love you, Poppy. I love you. Go at them bitch ass police. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch ass little cop. Look at the little cop. You wish you could take me, you bitch ass nigga. Fuck out of here. Yeah, get in the back of the police car, fishbowl, and you ain't leaving with shit, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, you bum asshole. Tell the bitch try to come to steal, bitch. You gonna leave in the police car. Fuck out of here. Hollywood police, get the fuck out of here. Bitch ass niggas, get out of here. Fuck out of here. Niggas can't even get my key. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch ass niggas. Crackers, man. These crackers don't get no justice for no nigga, man. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get off my property. Broke ass motherfucker. Sir, can you get the keys? Can't do nothing. Get your bitch ass out of here, man. Bitch ass nigga. No, you want to take me to make the news. Congrats, you made the news, bitch ass nigga. The Bentley stays, the broke hoes goes. Fuck out of here, little man. Little man. Fuck out of here. Get off the AB wrestling. Get the fuck out of here. Bye, little man. Bye, bro. Get your bitch ass out of here. See you, bro. Get your bitch out of here, bro. Get your bitch ass, nigga. Get out of here. Ain't no justice for the real, you heard? Richard Fuss still ducking 12. Broke ass hoe thought she got a Bentley. Let me hit the lawn. Broke ass hoe try to come over here and steal. Fuck out of here. Never trust the police, man. Fuck out of here. Hollywood police, the fuck out of here, nigga. Bitch ass nigga, it's a whole block long, nigga. It's a whole block long, you heard me? Back it up. Hey, it's a whole block long, man. The fuck out of here, cracker. Bitch ass.
About get the F off his lawn and all this other stuff. Oh my God, he's bad.
Myles Garrett, Mason Rudolph, Mike Tomlin. So evidently, Myles Garrett is doubling down on saying that Mason Rudolph used a racial slur. That's what set him off and had him going crazy. And I guess it was on ESPN's Outside the Lines when they interviewed him, and he made it double down. So now it's getting national press about Mason Rudolph using a racial slur. I think he said that he called him a stupid N-word. Mm-hmm. And that's what set him off. Mason Rudolph denies it. And Mason Rudolph now is probably going to get a lawyer for defamation. And then Mike Tomlin was on the Stephen A. show. Yes, first take. So I just want to get Coach's thoughts on that.
First of all, I'm a Mike Tomlin fan. We all know that.
We know.
If you listen to Mike Tomlin speak, even if he's lying, you will believe it.
Oh, for sure.
Because Mike Tomlin is so definite about everything. You know, Stephen A. asked me a question, say, well, Stephen A., listen, I decided a long time ago I was going to drop this, and so I hadn't even given it any more thought. Mm-hmm. He's just real definite about everything he said. So when I was listening to that interview, because I think Stephen A. was probing to say, have you seen anything in Mason Rudolph, or have the teammates seen anything in him that would maybe make them think that maybe he could be that guy to use a racial slur? And, Tomlin was quick to come to the defense. And Tomlin got behind not only his shield, he got behind the shield of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right.
And said, hey, we're not that kind of organization. The Rooney Rule, we are the authors of that. We are that organization.
Right.
who would never allow that kind of stuff in our house.
You know, it's the first thing I thought when I saw the Tomlin interview. I said, man, this would be a perfect spot for Gayle King.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, I mean, you would say that.
Yeah.
like the one moment we need someone to really get into it, it wasn't there. But I will say this. My first reaction was, I can see, like, because if you watch how it goes down, like Mason Rudolph kind of pulls at his helmet, Myles Garrett jumps up and tries to kind of fight him. They back him off, and he seems like he cools down. Then Mason Rudolph comes back over, and he hypes up again. If a racial slur was said in that moment, all Myles Garrett's actions looked as if that was true.
Mm-hmm.
As if he's on the ground, he makes the play, he hears the word while someone's pulling at his helmet, he flips the hell out. His teammates grab him or calming him down, and then the sight of seeing the Joker who just called me an N-word comes into my vision again. I'm set back off again.
Yep. And
if
that's
it did happen,
the way he describes it.
Right. If it did happen, all his movements looked like something that would have happened to majority of black athletes. The hard thing that's going to hurt his credibility is the fact that Myles Garrett has a couple screws loose. 2, no one else heard him say it. And then 3, he doesn't have any previous actions to our knowledge of being that way. Because let's be real, we know it's a lot of racial woke warriors would have found the tweet from 2003 of Mason Rudolph being a racist, and they would have posted it if it was true. But we've had none of that been uncovered yet.
Well, that's what I was going to say too. Not only that, I mean, you know, it's not like the NFL is not loaded with African American men on every team.
Right.
I mean, all NFL teams are dominated with African American men. You would think that somebody in the Pittsburgh camp would have noticed something or said something by now.
Right.
If that was, you know, the case or whatever. That's what I'm saying. It's just, I'm not saying it didn't happen. And I'm not saying that he's not or what. I'm not exonerating him by any stretch of imagination. I'm just saying that I think that it's a little tough for me to believe. I mean, I don't know. It's we'll see how this plays out.
Well, yeah, I think also too was interesting because, you know, when I first heard Myles Garrett say, the first thing I thought about is I was listening to someone speak, and I think it was a TED Talk, and they were saying that everybody has that embedded racial subconscious bias or racism in us, and then sometimes moments of extreme emotion brings it out of us, and we don't know it, we don't realize it, like we don't realize we have it. Sometimes that underbelly when emotional traumatic experiences happen. I'm not saying Mason Rudolph is in that situation, but all I'm saying is that when I first heard when Myles Garrett said that, it made me think of that maybe Mason Rudolph tapped into something he didn't know he even had in him, and it came out.
Let me just say this before we go out there. You are officially accusing, what's the name, Mason Rudolph?
Right.
Of having football PTSD. That's what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Or racial?
Yes,
PTSD.
racial PTSD. I think everybody does.
Wow.
I think all of us have racial PTSD from genetic coding from generation to generation to generation.
Folks, we got to get out of here. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. My favorite, Miss Terry, was here, of course. The Peavies, Mr. Miss Peavy. Jessica Wolf Allen just tuned in.
Yes.
I heard that Fee and them over there somewhere on YouTube.
So Fee said Antonio Brown and that ex-girlfriend back together.
I believe it.
Whole lot of money.
We know that. He wasted a whole lot of money. That's what that song need to say. I wasted a whole lot of money. That's terrible. Anyway, Terry, I know Brad was on there. I saw Brad out there.
Absolutely.
So anyway, we know we had a lot of folks in the building tonight. We appreciate everybody for being on here. Folks, it's a crazy world of sports out there.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy world of sports. And because they're out there, we'll be back in here. We'll see y'all next week. Good night, Miss Francis.
Straight from the hip.